I'm going to start. Let's talk about Jimmy Buffett. What did this mean to you this evening?
Well, I'm representing the guy, because we've had conversations about this, and it was something he had hopes for, and he was quirky about awards. So it's actually it's the best case scenario that he left the world and then got this award, because he never wanted to feel like he was done. He always wanted to make music all the way to the end and then get recognized for it, and that's the way it worked out. So it was perfect. I sat the guitar that was sitting empty on stage was Jimmy's guitar. I brought it up. He was up there with us tonight, and I feel like he's here anyway. He's getting a kick out of this. But nobody packed their life any tighter than Jimmy Buffett. He enjoyed every second of every day, and if that doesn't count as rock and roll, I don't know what does. He filled up a life better than anybody I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of folks at this point. So proud to be associated, honored to be here on his behalf, honored to be here with his family, and to get to play with James Taylor and Kenny Chesney, who he loved and we all loved him. Just a nice circle of life deal.
Is there a specific song that's special to you, or any memory specific?
Well, the song Dave played, Pirate Looks at 40, was the first Jimmy Buffett song I learned in my front porch in North Mississippi. Before I knew Jimmy was a Mississippian, or before I knew we had any kind of connection at all, I just thought what a phenomenal song that is. I play it every time I play with Jimmy. I play it every time I play a solo show. I play it, and people sing it and they hold their heart. And it doesn't matter if it's a full band or if it's one guy with one guitar that can't sing, or I wouldn't be standing here in front of you. But a good song makes a lot of difference. And that song, it's probably my favorite because it's the first one I learned. But he's got a pile. He's a true poet, and a role model as far as how to enjoy life, not at the expense of other people. He brought millions of people together with the way he was and the music that he made. It's fabulous.
Anyone else? If he was able to be here with us this evening, what do you think he would say right now?
He would be saying aw shucks and stuff like that, because he's a southern self-deprecating guy like we were all raised to be. But he would be thrilled, and I believe he is thrilled. And I know his family feels it all the way up, because I've been sitting out there with them as the show builds up. And he loved his family, and they're all here. And he left this body of work that we get to keep enjoying for as long as we listen to music. So he made a really nice mark, and the fact that he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is an awesome thing. He deserves to be there, and we're proud to be here putting him in.
And what do you think about the landscape of music today? Do you have, I mean, obviously you have a connection to Jimmy and Kenny as you were playing, but are there any musicians that you are watching rise that you admire?
Oh, there's so many. There's probably the biggest change in the last few years is the fact that music can come from anywhere. There was a time when it had to come through some kind of label conduit, and the fact that people can sit at home and make music that changes the world now without having to network and without having to do the dance that we did a couple of generations ago is amazing, and it allows for all sorts of music to get through, which I think is wonderful. And the Choral Reefer Band is an example of a guy who loved all kinds of music. Jimmy loved African music and reggae music and country music and rock and roll for sure, and blues, and the fact that all of those things have an outlet and they don't have to be pigeonholed into a genre. You can just make anything you want and make an impact with it. It's a great time for music, I think.
How early in your journey with Jimmy did you realize that his music connected people and generations the way it did?
I got that he was a great writer from just listening to his records, but from the time that I got on stage with him and saw, he just had a smile that was wider than his head. And it didn't matter if you saw him on stage or if you met him in a grocery store. He made everyone he came in contact with feel better. And that's in addition to the music. That's over and above the music. You didn't really have to hear, if you just met the guy in a grocery store, you would feel better when you went home that day. And I didn't get that until I got on stage with him and I saw that interaction, this big alternating current that he created between giving everything he had and the audience giving it back to us. It became this alternating current of positive energy, goodwill, whatever you want to call it. He was his own nebula of good time. And the Parrot Heads know that. They still want to come and play as long as the band will play. And we leave his microphone on stage empty because there's no replacing Jimmy Buffett. But his music's going to be around. I've said this a couple of times, but I believe 100 years from now when people buy boats, those boats will come preloaded with Jimmy Buffett music, and the people that are buying them may not even know why, but they're going to be glad to have it.
Well, thank you so much. You were clearly a wonderful friend to him, and he was to you, and what your tribute to him was beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks for listening to me. It's a wonderful night. Thank you guys for what you do.